In today's video, we're looking at everything there is to know about Shimoda's new Explore V2 collection, a range of hard-wearing adventure camera backpacks with a new refined look and also some new features, including features that will make traveling better and easier. If you're new to the channel, I'm Ed from Rushfaster and we do guides and walkthroughs bringing you better gear and better ways to carry. So if you like what you see, please consider subscribing and also hitting that bell. Let's dive in and check out Shimoda's new Explore V2. If you're not familiar with Shimoda Designs, they're a carry company that create camera backpacks, travel cases, and tools for camera users who are out there in the field in really challenging and extreme conditions, and who just in general really love outdoor adventures and exploration. Now they have an entire range of bags and tools that are best fitted for those outdoor photographers and videographers, and here we have a new iteration of the Explore series, Explore V2. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the backpacks and the different sizes, 25, 30 and 35, and we'll also be looking at some of the tools and accessories that come in this collection. If you want to check out the product pages for any of these bags or any other gear that you see in this video, check out the links in the description below. And while we're here, if you haven't already, we have a Rushfaster Carry Roundup newsletter that you can subscribe to, where we talk about news in the carry world and where we also give away some gear to our subscribers every month. If you want to enter your chance to win, be sure to be subscribed to the channel and also the newsletter. Okay, so first starting off with the materials of the bag. This is the 30-liter bag. All the features and materials and compartments are mostly the same with all of the bags, 25, 30, and 35. They just have different volume capacities. But for the materials, here we have a nylon ripstop fabric here, which has a carbonate coating on the front face for extra abrasion resistance and also water repellency. On the base of the bag, we have a slightly stronger material here. It's much more thicker, it's much more dense, and this is just for better durability and abrasion resistance because you're going to be setting the bag on the ground quite often. As for the zipper pulls, we have genuine leather zipper pulls, nice little touch there. As for the zippers, they are YKK zippers and some of them are YKK splash guard zippers. And as for the rest of the hardware, we have a combination of YKK and Duraflex components. When it comes to branding, it's fairly tasteful with Shimoda. There's just a nice little Shimoda brand mark here on the front. And then if we turn to the back here, we've also got a nice little Shimoda tag on that accessory pouch there. So taking a look at the harness system, being an adventure camera backpack, we've got a fairly serious harness system here for better ergonomics, better breathability, and better comfort. You're going to be carrying a lot of camera gear around, lugging it around in extreme conditions, so you want a harness system that won't let you down. For the shoulder straps, we have wide, thick, and contoured shoulder straps with this spacer mesh wicking. So you can see this air mesh wicking is going to do really well for wicking away that moisture. The shoulder straps are also padded, as you can see, so it'll be nice and comfortable. It's a nice dense padding. At the top of the shoulder straps, we have load lifters here so that you can bring the shoulder straps closer to the top of your shoulders, giving you just a better curve, better fit. And then further below on the shoulder straps, we have some daisy chain webbing, some loops here, some O-rings, and then on this side, we have elastic webbings, just so you can attach gear, any accessories, things that you want quick access to on your shoulder straps. You can do that here. So here I've got a little hero clip, can attach it on there, and I've also got an O-light torch. Just clip that on here. Further below on the shoulder strap, we have an ITW sternum strap, and you can see this is adjustable. You can pull it along this little track here to better fit the sternum strap to where you want it on your body. There's nice elasticity here, so it'll better flex on your chest when you're lugging it around. And then there's also a whistle just at the end here in case you need to draw attention to yourself in emergencies. There's nice little elastic webbing here so you can tidy up that strap slack. And then on these shoulder straps, we have these little pouches that you can further add accessories or store gear inside. So this pocket here is a good pocket for bigger items. It's actually gusseted, so when you unzip it, you can actually store bigger items inside there. This would be really good to store some snacks or maybe just even a small water bottle. So here I have a 16-ounce Stanley travel flask here. If you've got some hot liquids, you can store them in there, and you can also just slot it inside this little pocket. Nice and easy, and if you're not using a hydration bladder, which we'll talk about later, hydration bladder can come through here. If you're not carrying one of those, you can simply store your liquids inside here and have quick access to hydration. On the other side, we have another zippered pocket. This is a padded compartment, so you can actually store your mobile phone in there, or maybe a small point and shoot camera. But an interesting thing about this pocket, as well as the other pocket, is there is a little strap here that allows you to attach a wireless microphone or a lavalier if you're shooting videos out in the field and you want clean and crisp audio. You can clip on a microphone here and also have it protected in this compartment when not in use. In this compartment, we also have a little cable pass through, or just a port to allow dirt, water and debris to pass through. And then at the bottom we have simple Duraflex ladder locks with some elastic webbing to manage that strap slack. Now the back panel is a fairly dense back panel. You can see that there's channeling here for better airflow, better ventilation, so you don't have as much of a sweaty back as possible. And further below in this lower lumbar area, we have some serious padding here just to give that lower lumbar better support. As you can see, there is also a waist belt here. So this waist belt will provide extra comfort around your waist and also will allow the bag to secure on your body much better, especially if you're carrying heavier loads. It has that nice dense padding around the edges, and it clips on with a big chunky YKK clip. You can see there's elastic webbing here to adjust that strap slack, and then you can also adjust the tightness with these ladder locks as well. On both sides of the waist belt, we have these stretchy pockets here that allow you just to quickly stash any gear inside, or if you're eating snacks, you can stash your rubbish in there. Really easy place for you to just stash some quick gear. Now, if a waist belt is a bit too much for you, or the conditions don't require for you to wear a waist belt, you can actually remove it completely. It's simply attached on via Velcro. A really important feature with Shimoda backpacks is their adjustable harness system. So here you can see there is a large, medium, and small indicator here. So it's currently set up on the large size, but you can actually adjust where the shoulder straps sit on the backpack so that you can achieve better comfort, better ergonomics on your body. If you have a particularly smaller frame or a particularly larger frame, you can actually adjust it accordingly. So when you're setting this up, there's a little bit of Velcro here and a zipper here that just contains all of that strap when you're adjusting it. But really, you only need to set this up once, and once you've got that sorted out, you don't really have to worry about this anymore. But it's really good to have that option to change where the shoulder straps sit on your body. But in the new V2, there is this lower grab handle which allows you to pick up the bag from both ends of the bag, and if you're at a photography location, you simply need to lug the bag from one area to another in the same location. This makes it really easy. This side haul handle here also serves as a luggage pass-through. So if you are traveling, you've got rolling luggage with you, you can actually feed through the telescopic handle through this luggage pass-through and streamline your carry, just making that experience slightly easier. Throughout the bag, you'll also notice these little attachment loops, these accessory points. There are 12 accessory points located throughout the bag, and these allow you to attach gear on the bag externally. So Shimoda also has these accessory straps which allow you to loop in those points to affix gear on the bag externally. Say for instance, you've got a shell and it's wet, you don't want that inside your bag, you can actually just lash it on the bag externally and let it drip dry. Or say for instance, you've got other photography gear or other camping gear, you can lug it on the bottom, you can lug it on the front face, you can also lug it on the sides. There are a whole bunch of different attachment points that allow you to do that. We have some simple Duraflex C-clips here and some YKK buckles. On the sides of the bag, we have these two compression straps. These compression straps allow you just to cinch the bag down if you're carrying light, but they also allow you to secure gear on the sides of the bag. Now, while right now we don't have any side pockets for water bottles or for tripods, things like that, you can actually unzip this compartment and we have deployable side pockets. So once you pull that out, we have a little pocket here that's got mesh on the side and a simple cinch strap at the top. When you're deploying this, you unclip the buckle here, feed the strap through that little loop, and then clip it back on. This is a good place to store a water bottle or a tripod. You can simply feed it through there, and then if you have a tripod, you can secure it through this secondary strap just at the top here. And when you want to secure the gear down, you simply pull on this cinch toggle and it's nice and tight. This is a really awesome feature because if you're not using a tripod, not carrying a water bottle, you can actually stow this away and it keeps a nice slim silhouette in the bag. Not only do we have those side deployable pockets, we've also got this side door here which we can open up, and that gives us access inside the camera cube. We'll take a look at that later. On the other side of the bag, we've got that same deployable side mesh pocket in there, and then on this side flap we've actually got more organization for gear. There are two compartments here which just allow you to segment some more gear. These are PU coated side compartments and they're transparent as well, so you can see through them. This is a good place to store maybe photo filters or things like that. You can also store some small little hard drives as well. So here I have some Atomos hard drives. You can store them in there nice and tight. And another useful feature is that if you do have that side pocket deployed, this also opens up this area for you to store gear inside. So you could store other quick access items in there as well. On the front face here, we have this small compartment, which you can store anything you like in there. It's just big open space. It's a good place to store maybe a rain shell. So this is just a Patagonia torrent shell jacket in its packed state. Can store it in there. Next up, we have another compartment for you to store more bits and pieces, and you can see that these zippers are actually lockable zippers, so you can actually put through a TSA approved lock on there and you can have your gear secured. So here we have more slip pockets for you to store gear inside, and they're transparent. They got that PU coating. So here I have some Master and Dynamic MW08 wireless earphones, really good earphones. In this pocket, I'm going to put in my Somewhere Labs Global Hotspot. This is a really useful tool, especially if you're going into those rural, remote areas. This provides 100% global satellite data coverage. Really useful tool. Below that, you can see there is a stretchy divider, so you have one pocket underneath, one pocket on top. They go to the base of the bag. Either of these pockets are really good to store a hydration bladder because we have our little hydration port here, and that goes all the way to the back of the bag onto your shoulder straps. So here I have a HydroPack Shapeshift 2-liter hydration bladder. It's not filled at the moment, just demonstrating for you. Slip it into that little pocket down there. And here you have a little loop here which you can hook on your hydration bladder so it's nice and suspended. Grab your little tube, feed it through that port, and then inside the compartment of bag you want to grab that tube out from underneath. Here it is. And then feed it through this little Velcro slot here. So once you've got that fed through, you can have it going through your shoulder strap. Just port it through around that little strap there, and then maybe secure it with this little O-ring. And there you have good access to hydration. Now keep in mind, this is a pretty solid Velcro compartment here, but it does slightly compromise the overall water resistance inside that compartment. So just keep that in mind. But moving ahead, we have the next compartment. Forgot to mention that all of these top compartments utilize that YKK splash guard zipper. Now this compartment is an interesting one. This is actually accessing the main compartment, but we have a few little mesh pockets here for you to further organize your gear. So here we've got one little mesh pocket. I'm going to store my Bellroy travel folio in there. And then in the next pocket, this is a slightly padded compartment. So you could put something a bit more delicate in there, maybe an Amazon Kindle or other e-reader. For the time being, because I haven't got much else packed, I'm just going to put my face mask in there. Inside that little pocket there, you'll notice that there is a little key leash attached to the base of that compartment. So it just allows you to tether your keys to the bag and make sure that it's secured somewhere inside the bag at all times. So here I've just got my Orbit key, and when you want to access your keys, you simply press that button to release, and then you can grab your keys. Now hopefully you can see this little zipper path here. A really interesting feature of this compartment with the pockets and things like that, you can actually unzip the entire pocket liner here and then zip that off. So say for instance you don't need to store gear in these compartments, you don't have those smaller bits and pieces, you can actually unzip that and give more space for camera gear. So at the moment we have the medium camera cube installed in the bag, but if you want to opt for a bigger camera cube, the large camera cube, for more camera gear, then you can swap this cube out, remove the liner, and then you can fit the large camera cube inside. So getting into the main camera compartment, we have the traditional back panel access door that opens up clamshell and allows you to access all your gear. This utilizes a chunky number 10 YKK RC zipper, so that's a luggage grade zipper, really durable zipper. And here I've just got some basic gear for photography and a little bit of videography. I've got a Canon 6D with a 40mm pancake lens. I've got some moment lenses in case I want to shoot with my mobile phone. And I've got an 85mm prime lens, and I've also got a Rode VideoMic Pro, and then just a Peak Design camera strap at the bottom there. I've got a Nomad Kevlar charging cable. I've got a battery bank from Nightcore. And then I've got the Lacey portable hard drive. I've got a Peak Design lens kit for when I want to switch through lenses really quickly. And then I've got my Nightcore battery charger for my Canon batteries. Now, this sort of gear probably doesn't represent what a proper outdoor adventure videographer or photographer would carry. I don't really have that sort of high-tech gear, but hopefully you can get a sense of what you can pack inside this bag. This camera cube is the medium size, and these dividers are nicely padded. They're nice and rigid. They're secured down by Velcro, and obviously it's adjustable, and the lining is this nice microfiber lining, so it'll keep your gear nice and protected. Over here we have the padded laptop sleeve. Now for the 30-litre and the 35-litre bags, they will fit a 16-inch MacBook, but on the 25-litre bag it'll only fit a 13-inch MacBook, so just keep that in mind. Now, as mentioned, you can have side access to that camera cube through this side door. So if you open that up, here we have the side door, and so to properly install it, you simply unzip that side door and then fold it underneath this little Velcro compartment here. And that way you have it properly set up and secure, so that when you do open up this compartment, you can have quick access to your camera. Now, important thing to note about the camera cubes, the ICUs, is that they are sold separately, and so you can remove them from the bag. They don't come with the bag unless you go with the starter kits. Another important aspect of the bag is that there is an aluminium frame around the entire bag to give the bag structure, to protect the contents inside the bag, but also to allow for better weight distribution around the bag when you're carrying it. Each of these ICUs come with a protective sleeve that just wrap around the entire camera cube. It makes the camera cube slightly more versatile. You can lug it around separate from the backpack. It protects it from any moisture and any dirt, dust, things like that. Just a good way to make sure that the contents inside the cube are nice and contained. Speaking of coverings, there is also a rain fly that comes with the bag. So this is just a packable rain fly that you can deploy when you're caught in a downpour, and this simply wraps around the entire bag, providing more water resistance, more protection for the gear inside. At the top of the rain fly, there is this little Velcro strap which you simply wrap around the whole handle at the very top, just to make sure that it's secure at that point there. Now, as mentioned, there are a number of accessories that come as part of the Explore V2 collection. Here we have the mini wrap, the filter wrap, and also a travel pouch. The mini wrap is this little wallet that allows you to secure smaller bits and pieces inside, so you can see these little slip pockets here. It's a simple little wallet for those small bits and pieces, but most importantly, it can actually wrap around the waist belt of the bag. So here is the waist belt. You simply wrap it around this in-between area of the waist belt, cinch it down with Velcro, and then you have a nice little wallet that you can deploy to access some gear. So if that's a spare battery, some SD cards, maybe one of those moment lenses when you want to use mobile photography, you can quickly get access to those through this little mini wrap. Really useful tool. Not only that, you can also wrap this around the belt you're wearing, around your pants if you don't have the waist belt, or you could just use it as an accessory pouch for stowing inside the bag for carrying maybe accessory storage, mics, filters, or any other cables. Next up, we have the filter wrap. Now, the filter wrap comes in two sizes, 100mm and 150mm. This is the 100mm filter wrap. So to deploy it, you simply unclip this YKK buckle, and you have these other compartments for you to store your filters, your step-up rings, or any other related accessories. So here we have 4 different compartments, and then below here we have another compartment for you to store gear, and then on the outside we also have another compartment for you to store gear. A neat little feature of the filter wrap is that there is this little hangable loop here, so you can actually hang this off your tripod perhaps, and you can actually switch through different filters when you're shooting. It's a good way to have access to those filters when you're on site. You don't have to keep opening up the filter wrap. You can simply deploy it, hang it off your tripod, and you have all your gear accessible. Lastly, we have the travel pouch. It's just a simple pouch with that same clear, durable TPU. This was actually built to keep your face mask clean and to store other health-related goods while you're in the field, so like your earplugs or some pills, medicine, band-aids, first aid stuff. You could all store it inside here. So there is actually a little divider inside that compartment. You can store your face mask on one side and then all your other health-related goods in the other. Just a small little useful pouch for you to store those small bits and pieces. Okay, so now it's time to talk about the sizes and their differences. So this is the Explore 25. Its volume capacity is 25 liters. It's sized for global carry-on, so it should meet the requirements of almost every airline, and it will easily fit underneath an airplane seat. The ICU, or the core unit that this bag is compatible with, is the small mirrorless core unit. And if you do opt to get the starter kit, the kit that comes with the backpack and the default cube, it will come with the small mirrorless cube. The Explore 25 is great for those smaller camera kits, so if you're not carrying too much heavy duty gear, it's great for fast movers, people who are always on the go. It's a great option for smaller torsos, so if you're looking for an adventure camera backpack and you're looking for one that will fit your frame really well, the Explore 25 is a good option for that. And because of its size, it can can also work really well as a typical everyday carry bag. So if you are looking for an adventure camera bag that you can maybe also use as an EDC bag, this is a good option. Next up, we have the Explore 30, which was the bag that we were looking at for most of this video. This bag is sized for European carry-on requirements and will fit under some airplane seats, so you just got to keep that in mind. The core units that this bag is compatible with is the small, medium, and large mirrorless. And if you do get this bag with the starter kit, it will come with the medium core unit. This bag is ideal for those who have pro mirrorless bodies, light duty to pro landscape photography. So we're talking about a number of different lenses, some tele lenses, things like that. And it still can be used as a bit more of a heavy duty everyday carry backpack. Last but not least, we have the Explore 35, which is 35 liters. This bag is sized for US carry-on requirements and probably won't fit under the seats in airplanes unless you're opting for the premium seating options. The core units that this bag will work with are all of them, the small, medium, and large mirrorless, as well as the large DSLR. And if you do opt for the starter kit, this comes with the medium core unit. This bag is ideal for pro camera kits, so gripped bodies, serious landscape photography and travel. It also has adequate space to store a lot of your outdoor gear, so shells, downs, other things like that. And if you're the type to be storing a lot of camera gear with you, if you're an adventure photographer or videographer, the 35 will probably fit your needs the most. Now, when it comes to Shimoda backpacks, they offer a number of different outdoor camera backpacks. They have a line called the Action X line, and then they also have this line, the Explore line. And the commonly asked question is, what's the difference between the two? What are the differences in the use cases? It's important to know that both of these series have been designed with the outdoor environment in mind. They are both first and foremost outdoor camera backpacks. The Action X series is more geared towards performance and sports-based features. So they have accessories, straps that allow you to attach a helmet or a snowboard, ski gear, trekking poles. They have more of those features that are catered towards those activities. Whereas the Explore series has more features related to landscape photography, outdoor photography, and also has some travel-friendly features as well. Both of them have been designed to withstand harsh and demanding conditions from the outdoor environment, but they have slightly different use cases depending on the activity. Well, everyone, there you have it, the Shimoda Explore V2 collection, a set of really heavy-duty, hard-wearing adventure camera backpacks that are decked out with a whole bunch of useful features and accessories, and has also been designed with travel in mind. If you're interested in getting any of these bags or any of the products that you've seen in this video, then please consider using some of the affiliate links in the description below. Using those affiliate links really do help support the work of the channel at no extra cost to you. But as always, if you haven't already, please consider liking the video, hitting the bell, subscribing to the channel and the newsletter. But we'd love to hear from you. What stood out to you from this new collection? Is there anything that you think is missing from this collection? Or what are you really looking forward to seeing in these bags? We'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well. If you want to see more videos like this or more videos on camera backpacks, then check out some of the links on the screen at the end of this video. But for now, this has been the Shimoda Explore V2 collection. Take care, and we'll see you next time.